Hey, what's up guys? So I just got my new Canaan Avalon Q that I ordered from the guys over at Altair, and I'm really excited to get this added to the fleet. I've got a bunch of Bitcoin miners at home, and I've been pretty impressed with what I've seen so far from the Canaan miners. I've got the Nano 3 and the Nano 3S over at my desk to keep me warm while I'm working. I've also got the Mini 3 over here in my office to help heat the whole room. And I want to go ahead and add the Q to the fleet as well, because overall these miners have been really nice at not only giving me some nice solid hash rate, and heating my room here, but also staying really quiet in the process as well. Very different from what I've got with my other miners like the various BitAxes and NerdQ axes. And with that in mind, let's go ahead and get up and running here with the Avalon Q. I want to go ahead and get it unboxed. We'll get it set up and running, and I'll go ahead and walk you through the process as well. So if you want to pick up one of these as well, you can see what the whole process is like from start to finish. And opening up the box, looks like we've got a paper version of the user manual. And then underneath, let's see, we've also got some mining information. It's the same thing that I've seen with their other miners where they give the option to connect to F2 pool, but personally I'm going to connect to my own pools. In here, we've got a box for the power cable. And the cable is different than what you're used to from like a traditional desktop computer or something. You can see the pinout arrangement there. We'll just flip around here real quick. And this is going to be the Wi-Fi receiver, which is like a little USB dongle. And so if you prefer to connect here over Wi-Fi instead of Ethernet, which it also offers, you're just going to plug this into the miner. And then we've also got the anti-slip feet. So let's pull this out. And inside the little baggie here, we got the 4 feet. And they're basically these little pads here like this with double stick tape. So if you're going to be installing the miner on like a hard surface, you can just go ahead and apply these to the bottom. Now, obviously what I want to see, of course, is going to be the miner itself. And removing the styrofoam, there we go. Next, let's go ahead and get this bad boy out. Let's get it out of the styrofoam here. And now we can go ahead and slide it out of the bag. And there we go. Now on the front end here, we've got a couple different things. We've got a power button, a reset button, a display, a USB port here, which we can actually use to plug in our Wi-Fi dongle here like this, as well as an Ethernet port. There's also a filter right here for the fans that suck all the air in, and you can actually remove the front cover here. To do that and to clean the filter, there's basically 6 clips. There's 2 in the top, 2 in the sides here, and then 2 in the bottom. And to remove the faceplate, it does take a little bit of pulling and tugging. And I find it easier to start here on the sides. And we can pop off the top and the bottom here like this. And then on the back side here, you've got the filter. So you can blow, maybe get like a little handheld blower or something and just kind of blow it out outside or something. But either way, let's keep going here with the setup process. On the back side, we've got the port here for the power cable, as well as a physical on-off switch. And there's a pair of thumb screws in case you want to remove the side panel and access the innards of the miner. And to get it up and running, we're just going to plug it in here to the wall using a power cable. And I'm also going to throw in a power meter here in line with a smart switch. This way I can monitor the power draw real time, as well as how much power it's drawing over time so that I can track how much money I'm spending and how much electricity it's using. So let's go ahead and plug the power cable into the miner, the other end of the cable here into the power meter, and then we'll plug that into the wall. Okay. This is going to go ahead and start firing up here for us. And oh, actually I think want to use it here on Wi-Fi. So I'm just gonna turn it off real quick. We'll plug in the Wi-Fi dongle here via USB, and let's go ahead and power it back on. Now, once the system boots up, it says that it's hashing at 0 terahash per second because it's not connected to the internet yet. It's not set up yet. So we want to go ahead and take care of that. And in order to do that, you can grab the Canaan app. It looks like this. It's available for both Android and iOS. I'll put links down in the description for that. And from the app in the top right, you're going to tap those 3 bars, and then you're going to click on New Devices. And using Bluetooth, when you hit the search button, it's going to look for a device nearby. And sure enough, it found the Q. So we'll go ahead and tap on that, and then we're going to hit the black Connect button. Once that's done, it's going to ask you for the Wi-Fi SSID and password, so you can enter that in. And then once you do, you can hit Save. Please ensure that your phone and device are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. Okay, sounds good. And it's going to go ahead and connect to your network and pull an IP address. Okay, and it succeeded. Cool. You'll see the IP address here on the display. And it's also worth noting that this Wi-Fi dongle only supports 2.4 gigahertz. It doesn't also support 5 gigahertz. Anyway, now that we're up and running here and connected to the internet, we can go over here into the device. Looks like we're going to have to change the default password, so we'll hit OK. We'll type in the current password, which is admin, and then you'll enter in a new password. Once you do that, you just hit save. It'll automatically restart with the new settings. Sounds good. We'll hit OK and let the Avalon Q reboot. Now, once it connects to the network, you can see its IP address right here. And to make it a little bit easier to do the connection, I'm going to punch that IP into a browser. And so we'll hop over here to the computer and we'll type in the IP address and hit OK. We're going to get this error here, totally normal. We'll just hit continue to site. And it's going to ask us here for the password, or we can log in with the QR code that you can actually scan using the app. For now, we'll just enter in here with the password and we'll hit log in. Now, this is the main screen where it's going to show you all of your relevant stats. But for now, we want to actually go over here to pool config and get this all set up. Now, there should actually be the option you can see here for 3 different pools to connect to. I like to have maybe my primary pool that I'm running here at home, and then maybe some secondary ones in case maybe my server reboots or I have some issues online. And you can see they give you the information here on how to input the data here for your different pools. And so for my pool information, I'm just going to type it in here just like it requests. Then for the worker information, this is where we're going to input our Bitcoin wallet address. So in case we hit a block, we get the full block reward. So I'll paste my wallet address in here. And I'm also going to add .AvalonQ. I'm basically adding a name here so that I can later track to my pool the work being done with each of the different devices. And so for all of my different miners, I give them a unique name here like this. And you can give it whatever you want. Then for password, doesn't matter. So you can hit ABC123 or whatever else. Then for pool number 2, I usually like to do public pool so that again, if I hit the block, I get the whole block reward. And I'll copy and paste this whole information here as well. And then lastly, for the third one, I like to sometimes do brains pool. With brains, you can actually earn some sats every day. So if you want to actually earn money daily on your Bitcoin while you're hashing, you can use brains. And there's other options, of course, as well. Now, for this worker name, you're going to input your username here on brains. In my case, it's Vortex Radar. Then again, dot and the username, which is going to be, or I guess the miner name, which in this case is going to be the Avalon Q. So I can go into my stats and again, keep track of everything separately. And then for password, we'll just hit whatever, submit. We got to restart, sounds good. And we'll hit OK. And now that we've rebooted, we're up and running and the system's going to go ahead and start to boot up. It's going to start hashing here and we're going to be up to speed. Now, as the hash rate starts to climb, let's go ahead and go back into the app here and we'll take a look at some of the different UI options. Now, you'll notice here at the top, we have 3 different work modes. Eco mode is going to be drawing the least amount of power. Standard, like this, is right in the middle. And then super is going to be basically going at full speed, you know, cranking up the fans and everything. I'll put all the details as far as efficiency levels and hash rate and power draw, all that information for you on screen so that you can take a look. You'll also notice that at the bottom there's an option for timer. This can be kind of nice. So if you wanted to maybe like start and stop hashing at certain times, depending on electricity rates or how much heat you want in your house, you've got that option here. So you can turn it on and then just adjust the times as needed. Though it looks like once you turn it on, you can't adjust it. So you got to turn it off and then you can go in here and start adjusting it. So fun note about the UI. We'll go back. We can also dive into the settings next. So the password is up at the top. That's what we had set earlier. And if you need to change it, you can go ahead and do that again. We'll go back to the pool config. This is actually what we had just set up on the computer, but again, you can do the same thing here as well. And it looks like there's also an option here for solo mode. And since I'm solo mining, let's go ahead and turn that on here too. We'll hit save, and then it looks like it's going to want to go ahead and restart again. We type in our password, hit OK, and we'll go ahead and let it reboot again. Now we'll go back into the app here again. And again, it's back at 0 terahash because it's just booting back up and getting started. But we'll go back into settings. Filter clear, when you clean the filter like we talked about earlier and it gets to 50% or more, you can actually go in here and like reset the percentage of the filter. We've got the warranty information, so you can see how much more warranty you've got. So it looks like 1 year of warranty. You can sync the time by tapping on it on screen and it'll sync the time with your miner. And then if you need some support information, you can just tap on that and get started with support. Now, if we go back, you can also go over here near the top and you see where it says living room. You can tap on that and change maybe like where the miner is located. I've got it here in my office, so I'll put it there for now. Additionally, if you want to change the name of the miner, you can see Q up there. If we tap on that, you can also change the name as well. We'll hit cancel. And then I've noticed when there's a firmware update available on the top right, just above where it says IoT, which is the Wi-Fi hotspot that I'm connected to, for a lot of these miners, there will be an icon there. So if you do notice an icon, you can tap on that and just upgrade over the air using the phone. And I presume that's where it is here with this miner as well. But we'll go back and there we go. That's this whole setup process from start to finish. And so as you can see, the whole setup process here with the Avalon Q is pretty simple and straightforward. There's not much to it. And if you want to pick one of these up for yourself, I'll put a link down in the description to where you can purchase one as well. Additionally, if you like these types of videos and you'd like to learn more about different types of Bitcoin miners, well, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date as I get more and more videos published about these different miners. I want to go ahead and start playing with this one here a little bit and kind of share a little bit more as far as my finding on volume levels, power levels, efficiency, just kind of like real world usage now that I've got it installed here and up and running. I also want to do a follow-up on the Mini 3, which I've been running for quite a while here, which I've really been liking, which is part of the reason why I wanted to order this one as well. I've also got like a Nerd Octax coming in. I've got some updates on the Nerd QX to do as well. So a number of different miners now that I'm back from CES and done with a lot of the end of the year stuff. Time to go ahead and take a look at some of the miners that we're testing out here as well. And with that said, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys are all doing great, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.